Om Namah Shivaya. I would like to share a few of my recent learning remarks with you that will certainly help the policymakers for streamlining their policy implementation strategies which best suits the interest of their fellow people. Well government submit nurtures the culture of participatory planning and cooperation among technical and financial stakeholders to ensure obedience of the constitutional mandates of directive principles of state policy. India is a sovereign, secular, socialist, democratic nation. Indian democratic institutions obeys and inherits the ancient, glorious culture and heritage of civilization of democracy originated in Bihar. Indian citizen elects their representatives through election. As the election campaign for 2024 Lok Sabha election would ensure obedience of the culture of democracy. Election campaigns by political parties would declare their party manifesto and proposals of development with prospective voters. Bharatiya Janata Party ruling central government of India helped Indian citizens to experience the benefits of development. India aspires to become third largest economy. Representatives and administrators of the government of India is working with sense of responsibilities to perform their duties for upliftment of the poor, backward and deprived members of the society from the problems of their survival by improving ease of living for us. Welfare schemes aims to ensure food security, health insurance, protection to farmers for irrigation, cultivation, crop insurance, subsidies for agricultural inputs, and assured procurement of agricultural products and processed foods to improve the income of the farmers. Renewable energy production is being increased. Affordable household cooking gas cylinders are being provided. Solar energy production capacity is being increased. Infrastructure for roads and railways are being built to improve safety and comfortability of the interstate transportation of goods and people. Handicrafts and micro skill and mini industries are being promoted to improve employabilities of the people. Skills development training programs are being imparted for skill upgradation and employabilities of the people. Chips production activities would be helpful to improve Indian efficacy for information technology application in sectors of education, healthcare, industries, space, and governance. During the recent visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Bihar, he had announced several welfare schemes for Bihar in presence of the Chief Minister of Bihar Nitish Kumar and members of Bihar government. He inspired citizens, expressed his respect towards the glorious history of Bihar for promotion of democratic values, inaugurated projects for transportation, rejuvenation of rivers and water resources, healthcare, Baroni oil refineries, education, agriculture, economy, and science and technology. He acknowledged the glorious history of Bodh Gaya for peaceful coexistence, Vaishali for democratic origination, Patliputra for welfare oriented governance, Nalanda for prospering the culture of education, Begusarai, Ara, and Sitamarhi districts of Bihar. Zeal and energetic enthusiasm of the citizen reflected their sense of motivation, trust, and cooperation with government. People were attentive during large scale interactive program, participating in interaction and friendly with use of smartphones. In a subsequent panel discussion of Sunset TV, Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnav and Mr. S. Krishnan, Secretary of Ministry of Electronics and Communication Technology, assured production of chips and semiconductors in India. Production and global supply of electronics and communication technologies devices. Positive aspirations for improve in ease of doing business for investors, supply chain management for international economy and employment generation were demonstrated. World Government Summit 2024 connects with expressed assumptions and prospects for international cooperation through bilateral and multilateral partnership for inclusive and sustainable development. Topics related with food security, information technology, smart cities and urbanization, health and biotechnology, international transportation, obedience of human rights charter, and international guidelines for people-centric developmental cooperation, conservation of biodiversity and ecological habitats of the planet Earth from effects of climate change, and peaceful world order were considered as valuable agenda items of debate and discussion by moderator and participating subject matter experts. After reviewing ICJ hearing on 4th March on Israel occupancy to Gaza Strip, the ceasefire were declared as a recent broadcast today by UN Security Council assures that the resolution were incorporated for ceasefire so that after reviewing ICJ hearing on Israel occupancy to Gaza Strip, NHRC Chairman Arun Mishra on democracy and welfare governance and reviewing my presentation on Gita 18 chapter, watching Delhi government budget for financial year 2024 were a few of the activities of learning. Key points of presentations were reference of Ram Rajya based welfare schemes are presented in 76,000 crore budget. Per capita income of Delhi citizen doubled in 10 years of Aam Aadmi Party government to 46,000. Infrastructure developed. Free healthcare facilities were offered. Inclusive education were considered as founding principle of Ram Rajya governance. Delhi government schools are providing quality education. Sitting facilities and sanitation of schools were developed. Teachers training program were organized for skill development of teachers. Vacancies were filled. World class free health facilities are being provided in upgraded hospitals. Testing, tracking, treatment, and outreach of healthcare mobile vehicles are improved. Mohalla clinic and hospitals are working properly. Free electricity and water supply have increased ease of living for citizens. Free travel facilities for women in buses are being offered. Closed circuit TV camera installation has improved security services. Street lights were installed to ensure safety of citizens during their night transit. Scholarships are being provided for women and students. Chief Minister pilgrimage schemes are providing spiritual upliftment services for old aged devotees. Women and child nutritional care programs are being offered for improving maternal and child health status at Anganwadi Center and shelter homes. Compensation of 1 crore is being offered to the survivors of the victims, martyrs, and COVID 19 volunteers who had lost their lives during their service in devastating pandemic era. Budget for judicial services were increased to 4 times to assure speedy trial and justice delivery to the victims. Judges were recruited and court infrastructure facilities are improved. Delhi State Legal Service Authorities are availing free legal services. 1076 helplines of Delhi State Legal Service Authority is assuring doorstep service delivery to the citizen. Skill development for improved employability in electronics and communication, advanced computer technology, and management has improved employment. Business incubation centers are established to improve investment and entrepreneurship. Delhi Metro and Transport Services are providing satisfactory services for transportation of people and logistic management. Basic facilities of water supply, canal system, street lights, Municipal Corporation of Delhi's garbage management services, and routes of unauthorized slums were improved for the purpose of liberal mainstreaming of the deprived and poor citizen in mainstream of development. Grants from central government are requested to improve expenditure for implementation of welfare schemes. Promotion of sports, research and development are considered as an important source for development of demographically dividend population as per the international standards. Allocation of funds for healthcare facilities are considered as priority area of policy formulation. Social security schemes are being implemented for women, old aged, and especially challenged people. Transparency and accountability of financial transactions are considered as fundamental for humanitarian services in all inclusive governance policy of the Delhi government. Remarks: it is an ambitious and promising budget. There are certain suggestions and recommendations in this regard that I would like to share. Policymakers, opinion leaders could consider as per their own convenience and its relevancy. Jobs of Delhi Transport Development Corporation employees should be regularized with salary increment. Jobs of Municipal Corporation of Delhi employees should be regularized with timely release of payment and regularization of their employment. Vacancies for Delhi Police and Home Guards should be issued to deploy proportionate personnel with respect to population, and people should be hired in proportionate manner. Central Reserve Police Forces, Railway Police Forces, and Army containment area infrastructure and housing facilities should be improved. Pedestrian crossing must be constructed for vulnerable population at accident prone areas to save their lives. Agriculture produce marketing committees should be strengthened with purchase power to deal with the challenges of farmers' agitations, which frequently happens in Delhi, for procurement of agricultural products to ensure economic security to them. National Green Tribunal, Public Works Departments, Pollution Control Institutions, Green Forestry Management Departments, Heritage Sites Conservation Units, and Labor Development Department should be provided with additional grants for research and development of climate change related disaster risk reduction technologies and solutions. Interstate migration regulatory body should be strengthened to ensure safety of stay at rental accommodations of the immigrants with coordinated support from local Panchayati Raj institutions, industrial establishments, market committees, public distribution system, and police departments. Central government schemes for welfare of unorganized laborers should be included in program of action of Delhi government. Tourism development should be strengthened with recruitment of staffs and trained personals to avail guidance to the national and international tourists during their tour with decent hospitality and safety. Delhi Department of Culture should be provided with grants for organizing events for promotion of Indian heritage and culture. These were few of the learning remarks that I have shared with you. Further consideration would be considered by respected decision makers and policy makers. Thank you.